If you are a mama waiting on her baby, I would definitely recommend doing some food prep. I think it's a very important thing for postpartum. It's something I wished I had done with the first time round. Hello, welcome back to another video on Slowly We Go. I'm in the kitchen today and I'm going to be making a video to share with you guys some really quick, simple, plant-based meal preps that I'm going to put in my freezer ready for after Baba. They will not just be for me, they will be for the family, so I'm trying to do one-pot dinners, really easy. It's something that I wish I did with my first birth. I didn't feel like I'd prepared enough dinners and foods, and I really struggled with that. Obviously with the newborn and breastfeeding, it takes up so much time out of your day, and this time round I'm very aware that I'm going to have a toddler as well. I was just getting going and I thought, do you know what, I might as well film this and just share with you what it is that I'm making. I've incorporated a lot of potatoes because we have an abundance of potatoes right now. They're really good carbohydrate, especially for a breastfeeding mum, and they're full of fibre, vitamin C and potassium, so they're just a good all-rounder and nice and filling. So before we get cracking, I'll just give you a quick pregnancy update. I'm now 34 weeks. And I know that in my last video I told you guys about how I was waiting for a scan to find out if my placenta had moved so that I was able to have a home birth. So I've just had my scan and thankfully the placenta has moved. That is great, that is great news. It means that I can deliver baby naturally, probably at home again, which is going to be great. However, they did a growth scan while they were at it, and baby's measuring really big. He's measuring about 3 weeks ahead. Now these scans aren't always accurate, so I'm really hoping that they maybe got it wrong. So we're still a little bit in limbo as to what they're going to decide is the best case scenario. So they booked me in for another scan, 37 weeks, to find out how big he is. When we get to that point, I'll give you another update, but as it stands, he's cooking nicely, he's nice and healthy, and oh, fingers crossed for that home birth. So I should just really crack on and let you guys know what I'm going to be making. I'm going to make a coconut curry that I do make quite frequently for us, so I know it's going to be a no-brainer for Lyndon to warm up and serve, and I know that Lavella will eat that, and I know I'll really enjoy a nice hearty meal. It's like a coconut nutty curry with potatoes, carrots, mushrooms in there. It's a really quick, really easy one, so that's not going to take me too long. I'm going to make my grandma's soup recipe, which is, it's carrots, red lentils and onion and stock. I kid you not, that's it. It's so simple, and I will blend it up just because Lavella likes it a bit more that way. And also, if I'm breastfeeding, that's a really handy one to be able to sit with a cup and sip on it whilst multitasking. So soups are always a great one for postpartum. You are going to be tied to the chair for 45 minutes at a time usually for a breastfeeding session, so having these kind of meals, if you're not going to be able to sit at a table, yeah, I feel way more prepared this time. I feel like I know what I'm doing. And I'm going to make a mac and cheese, but using sweet potatoes, so we're getting a lot of goodness in there, in with the pasta. Again, carbs. It's going to be great for the milk. And hey, these guys are just going to have to eat what I'm eating. So we've got them three that I'm going to make today, and I think that will be enough cooking for me for today. And then what I will do tomorrow, I'm going to make a big spaghetti bolognese. So obviously we're plant-based, so it will be lentils and just loads of veggies chopped up with some passata and some seasoning. So that's 4 different varieties, and I'm going to just pack as much as I can in the freezer for now, and then if I have any energy in the coming weeks, I will do some more. I actually think I'm going to get Lyndon to help me with a lot of this chopping because there's a lot of potatoes. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Let's get Lyndon in the kitchen. Okay, so I'm going to start with my grandma's soup, which, like I said, is so simple. It is just onions and carrots. You can see here that I don't even peel the carrots. They've obviously been washed, and we've got some nice wonky veg in there as well. So once they're chopped, we're then going to add a couple of stock cubes, the vegetable ones, and some water, and that's just going to simmer on the hob until it's time to add the lentils. So I got Lyndon to help me now to crack on with the mac and cheese. So he was peeling some sweet potatoes while I was frying onions, and then he chopped them all up for me because sometimes they're a bit difficult to chop up. And so these are all just going to go in my big pan, and we're going to simmer them down, really soften them up with the onions. I'm going to make a start on the vegetable coconut curry. You can see that I am using a lot of the same ingredients. This one's got mushrooms in as well. But when you are cluster cooking, as I call it, I'm making 3 meals that are relatively similar in ingredients, just made a bit different, but it makes sense when you're chopping up all the vegetables. I'm adding 2 lots of coconut milks into this, and then I'm just going to add some seasonings. So just to keep it simple, we're just going to crumble 2 stock cubes in, and then I'm going to get garlic. You can make it as garlicky as you like. And then we're going to get the peanut butter. We like this brand because there's nothing added to it, it's just the peanuts. And we add quite a lot because obviously that's the main flavouring, and lots of pepper and chilli, however spicy you like it. Obviously we have a toddler eating this as well, so she's okay with a little bit, but not too much. Just going to give it a good stir and obviously warming up that peanut butter. And then I'm just going to get some boiling water from the kettle, and just to top it up to fill and cover the vegetables. So we won't need a lot, just a little bit. And now it looks like it's time to add the lentils to the soup, and lots of black pepper. So that one was really simple ingredients. I'll pop them down below. So I was tired at this point, so we got Lyndon to step in and cook the pasta for the mac and cheese. Really simple, and it's great using the sweet potatoes, keeps it healthy. Lavelle having a little cuddle with Bump while we're waiting. And now it's time to blend up that mac and cheese sauce. So here I've added some nutritional yeast, paprika, tahini and garlic, and a bit of salt and pepper as well. And then a big glug of milk. We use plant-based milk, oat milk, but obviously you can use whichever you like. And just keep adding until it's the consistency that you would like. Mac and cheese sauce is usually quite thick, so just keep adding, mix it in with your pasta, and it's that simple. Obviously at this point you could add in some greens and some more veggies. And we're looking like we're almost done now. We've blended up the soup, lots of pepper in there. That one's done. Then we've got the coconut curry, is looking really yummy and delicious. And then you've got the mac and cheese. So I really hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I hope it was helpful. Obviously I realise the ingredients are very similar. This is on purpose. When you're cooking 3 different meals, it's quite helpful to keep it all relevant. Another couple of dishes that you could do at the same time would be spaghetti bolognese and a chilli, because you're using very similar ingredients with the lentils. So if you are waiting on baby, definitely get cooking. These are great meals that you can freeze and either defrost or pop in a microwave straight from frozen. It's really going to help you out in them difficult first months. I see you in the next video, guys.